Greetings, lovely citizens, Qutatron here. And today I want to talk about two very important and very popular ships, Anvil Asgard and RSI Polaris, during a Free Flights event. Not only these two ships, but you know what I mean. And most likely Polaris and Asgard will be in the finals of Ship Showdown. You can check it out on RSI website. So before you vote, please watch this video and share your opinion in the comments. On paper, Polaris seems to be just better, have tons of HP, almost 4 million HP, tons of shield HP, tons of gun, missiles, torpedoes, have hangar, have lot of cargo space. You can transport multiple vehicles and ships on the board of Polaris. Only speed and maneuverability seems to be just terrible. But in my opinion, this is very important factor if you are pilot of the spaceship. Anvil Asgard, in other hand, seems to be not overpowered, seems to be just cool daily driver with huge cargo hold. This is dedicated vehicle transport, so you can fit there even tank and even some smaller ships. But nothing crazy, HP pool is not crazy at all. Maneuverability and speed is mediocre. In my opinion, that's a good stats for the medium ship like the Asgard. Firepower is also nothing crazy, just 6 size 3 guns for the pilot and 2 size 4 for turret operator. But stats on the paper is not everything. As you see, my FPS is dropping. When I am around Polaris, game performance is dropping dramatically. I don't have very powerful PC. My PC is rather mediocre, but look at this FPS. I think CIG needs to optimize it. This is only one ship. Imagine when a couple of Polaris and other capital ships will try to destroy each other or land in the one place. But yeah, this is not everything. Going in and out to the interior of the Polaris, it's time consuming. And for me it's a very big factor if I want to use the ship daily. Maybe for bigger player groups, this type of ship is the best, what is in the verse right now, but you need to be prepared to spend some time to outfit everything, to transport all of the other vehicles inside, to gather the crew and so on and so forth. And this is fair because Polaris is pure multi-crew ship. You can of course pilot this ship solo. You don't have too much to do. You can just fly and maybe shoot a couple of missiles, but that's all. Maybe you can use this ship as your operation base for salvaging or mining. But to be honest, as a solo player you can do something very similar using other ships like for example C2 or even Asgard. Okay, let's try to go inside. I need to find a way in. This is my first time with Polaris. I don't see any prompt anywhere. I probably found elevator. Here is a button, but I can't push this button. And anywhere here is a prompt. I can't call elevator. Weird. Okay, I turned in ship labels. As we see here, we have ramp access. Lovely. So ramp access is here, but I can't reach it. And here we have another thing. Elevator. Somewhere here. Docking collar. Elevator. Oh, call elevator. Here it is. And what? Okay, elevator is coming. Very slow. Okay, now I know, so at least I can go inside. Let's go to the bridge, straight to the bridge. Sorry for bad performance, but it is what it is. Maybe inside it will be better. Oh. It's better right now. Alright. So, we have tons of interior space, which I really like. Tons of gun racks. I love gun racks. Interior is in Polaris seems to be a little bit bland, but I like it. I don't have any problems. Of course, Idris have more immersive interior, more militaristic vibe for me, as well as Hammerhead, because Hammerhead have my favorite interior in the game if we're talking about ships. So we have tons of interior space, tons of rooms of different kinds, access to the different turrets here and there. Yeah, if you like to play with a crew in such a ship and, for example, use the heavy FPS drop. Use, for example, this hangar to store a couple of fighters or maybe a couple of golems, go mining or something. This is ship for you. Somewhere on Polaris we have as well a medical bay, which is also very useful. Asgard don't have dedicated medical bay, but you can always take, for example, Ursa Medivac on board of the Asgard. So this is not everything. I don't want to do a full walkthrough Polaris because it's too time consuming. But as we see, this ship looks fairly awesome. I don't like capital ships, but from time to time just go here and look at all of this, run around the ship. It's pretty fun experience, at least for me. And here we are in the cargo deck. We have as well multiple entrances, ladders, elevators everywhere. So we can go to the hangar using this elevator, which is pretty cool, and we can also transport some boxes using this elevator. I really like this place. And here we have some torpedoes, the main weapon of Polaris. So yeah, very expensive and very dangerous. But as you see, going in and going out of this ship is pain in the butt. If you want to do a couple of missions, you have, for example, 2 hours of gameplay, you need to use something much smaller. Try to answer the question, what type of ship you will use daily, what type of ship you will use most likely more often. Something like this, which is my opinion, good only for special occasions, for a big event, for some PvP lead combat maybe, or something like this. When you have more time to play and you have enough time to gather some friends and do something special in the verse. In my opinion, this type of ship is definitely not good if you want to play every day. For example, like me. And one more thing. Imagine loading in and loading out cargo to the Polaris. This ramp is huge, so placing anything here is pain in the butt. Alright, enough of this slideshow. We will see each other in the moment. Asgard, in other hand, is much smaller, fits in the medium hangar, which is, in my opinion, the best size of the hangar for a solo player, have multiple entrances and exits. It's very handy ship. Reminds me just bigger Cathy Black. And I love Cathy Black. So you can go inside very quickly. Here we have huge cargo space. But after checking out Polaris, even this cargo space looking like something very small. But you know, you can fit here a tank. You can fit here golem. You can also fit here Ursa Medivac alongside with Pisces or some snapships. So yeah, this is great. And we have about 180 SCU of cargo grid here, but we can place here much more cargo if you are loading this ship off grid. The cargo ramp is not my favorite because it's very long, as we see. So loading, it's maybe not the fastest. And we don't have any tractor beam here. Polaris have dedicated tractor beam stations. But if you have, for example, ATLS staying like here, maybe even couple of ATLSs if you are playing with a friend, this is not a big deal. Definitely is easier to load than C2. If we're talking about components, we have fairly big amount of shields because we have here 3 or even 4 medium shields, size 2. It causes some power distribution problems, but if you use right components, for example grade A civilian shields, it's not a big deal and I highly recommend to use it. We have some storage very close to the entrance, which is pretty handy. Only 2 lockers, but you know, I think storing stuff in the boxes is a much better thing, because if your ship will be destroyed, at least you can retrieve boxes. If you store here something, you will lose it, unfortunately. Back in the days, a box spawned if you had something inside of the internal storage, but not this time. And as we see, we have engineering station, 2 jump seats if you want to play with a little bit bigger group. So this ship is fairly good even if you have 4 players and you want to go, for example, to the FPS location and grind some nice missions, get some nice loot. Maybe we will go this way, because this is entrance to the turret. This ship have only 1 turret, but I don't think it needs any more. Unfortunately, ladder, but still going from outside to the pilot seat is fast enough to use this ship daily. So we have some armor lockers here, we have toilet and 2 beds. Nothing more, bare and bones, militaristic interior, very rough, and I love it. Reminds me a little bit more modern Drake interior, which is also great. And yeah, please tell me in the comment what do you think about Asgard. I was checking out this ship a couple of times when we had access to these ships. Still, Asgard is very popular, and sometimes you can find abandoned Asgard somewhere in the verse and use it by yourself. I was using this ship mainly for cargo running, but if you want to grind bounty hunter missions in this ship is also possible. It's not so powerful like, for example, Constellation or Corsair, but in my opinion, in combat, Asgard is just good like a heavy fighter, like for example, Guardian. In my opinion, Ship Showdown is not only about liveries, about special paints for ships that are the most popular. It's something more important, because community using votes just give feedback for CIG. Which ship is the most popular, is the most beloved, and CIG seeing it can be more focused on the particular, more popular ships. Maybe we could see more variants, maybe we could see more bug fixes, so I have mixed feelings. In one hand, I really don't like Polaris. I really don't like huge and very expensive capital ships. Mainly because if you want to get Polaris in the game, you need a whole player group or even org and tons of hours of grinding and trying to find right components and get Polaris from Wicklow. But you as well can swipe your credit card and get your nearly indestructible ship for $1,000. Of course, Polaris is not available all the time, but from time to time we have opportunity to spend tons of money on a digital ship. And in my book, it's just very expensive cheat code for the MMO game. In other hand, the FPS drop around Polaris is very frustrating, so maybe if Polaris will win, CIG try to fix this and optimize this ship, and even I will benefit, because if I find abandoned Polaris and try to scavenge something from inside, I will be able at least to play normally. I think I will still vote on Asgard, because in my opinion, this ship is just more useful and it's not overpowered. Even if still Asgard is not available in in-game shops, I'm pretty sure that getting Asgard will be much easier for everyone than getting Polaris. And the fact that we can just buy Asgard for real money will be less painful. But it is what it is. Please share your opinions in the comments. If you like my videos, please consider subscribing and push bell icon to be up to date with upcoming productions. If you want to help this channel to be better and better, please also check links in the description. And as always, thanks for watching, have a great day, and bye bye.